This is Beit Jala, a town to the west of Bethlehem. Residents here have been waging a long legal battle to halt plans for renewed construction of the West Bank's separation wall. The barrier will separate over 50 Palestinian families from their land and uproot its famed trees. But Israel argues that it's needed to protect its settler families living in illegally occupied neighbouring settlements. Backed by the Vatican, Palestinians have been appealing for international support. On the second leg of a 3-day visit to the Middle East last year, Pope Francis stopped his car en route to Mass to make a dramatic gesture. He offered prayers at the daunting separation wall. Local church leaders have been involved in the campaign to prevent the construction of the barrier.
أهلنا في بيت جال الذين يتعرضون لهذه الممارسات الظالمة العنصرية التي تستهدفهم في وجودهم وفي أراضيهم وفي بقائهم في هذه الأرض المقدسة. وكما تلاحظون نحن هنا مسيحيين ومسلمين.
At this protest over the weekend, scuffles broke out between Israeli border police with worshippers and priests. A number of protesters were injured after Israeli forces fired tear gas and sound bombs to disperse the crowd. One activist was hospitalized after a tear gas bomb hit his head. Israel's defense ministry has already begun to prepare an area for the expansion, uprooting trees with bulldozers and cutting others down. Construction of the Israeli barrier began in 2002 during the Second Palestinian Intifada. The barrier includes stretches of high concrete walls and barbed wire fences, with a proposed 800-metre segment to now be added. Protesters at the rally raised Palestinian flags and carried signs condemning the plans.
هدفين من وراء بناء هذا الجدار. أولا منع المزارعين من الوصول إلى أراضيهم، وهذا المقطع من الجدار سيمنع ما يقارب أصحاب 1000 دنم من الوصول إلى أراضيهم، وتحديدا مدينة بيت جالة هي من المدن المشتهرة بالزيتون وزيت الزيتون. هذا أولا. ثانيا هناك تضييق على سكان مدينة بيت جالة تحديدا، هذه المدينة المسيحية الوادعة، بمحاولة تهجير السكان.
The separation barrier cuts through much of the West Bank and has eaten up large parts of territory Palestinians want for a future state, with large concrete walls, fences and ditches separating farmers from their land. Many believe the ultimate aim of this wall is to land grab. It is built mostly within occupied land and not on what Israel calls the Green Line, Israel's de facto border before the 1967 Middle East War. The barrier inside the West Bank is deemed illegal by the UN's International Court of Justice and drawn other international condemnation. Human rights groups say the barrier has effectively isolated 60,500 Palestinians from the rest of the West Bank. Israel maintains that it will continue to construct its wall, regardless of any blockades or attempts to stop it. A symbol of Israel's living oppression of Palestinians, the question remains, when will the international community raise its voice loud enough? Yasmin Khatoon, The Report.